Welcome to the Revive Podcast. I am your host, Freddie Romero, part of the pastoral team here at Revive Church, and this is episode 1 of the Revive Podcast. This podcast looks to inspire, inform, and resource you to live out your redemptive purpose in your circles of influence. In other words, be the church. Now, let me just tell you, this podcast has been a long time coming, and we've been praying for this day, and it is finally here, and we're so excited. But let me tell you how this came about. Pre-pandemic, we felt that God was leading our church to be a movement and not just a place where people come and stay, but a place where people come and go. We want to be a church community that launches people into their redemptive purposes. So, in an effort to live out this mission, we thought to ourselves, the church is best when it is collectively speaking to one another rather than when it's being preached at. And we're not trying to build an audience, we're trying to build an army. So, we came up with the Revive Podcast. And in this podcast, we're going to talk to some very amazing and dope people that are living out their redemptive purpose, or they have created or are leading a movement, or they are influencers in their spaces, in their circles. And those are going to be a blessing and an encouragement to your life. There's a few things that we need for you to do to help us out. Number 1, we need you to pray for us. Number 2, know that these podcasts are being dropped bi-weekly. So every other week, you're going to get a brand new episode that will resource you, that will inspire you, that will inform you. And you can go to our website, lifeatrevive.com/the Revive Podcast, and get more information about each and every individual episode there. We want to resource you so well. We're just going to ask you for your email, and that way we stay connected to you. But other things you can do is we need you to subscribe to this podcast on all your favorite podcast platforms. And remember, it's the Revive Podcast, the Revive Podcast. We have sermon podcasts for our church, and we want you to subscribe to that as well. But for this particularly, the Revive Podcast, subscribe and leave a rating and a review. That's going to help other people around the world to discover this message, and they can live on mission as well. And if you're on YouTube, you know what to do. Subscribe to this channel and turn on your post notifications so that you never, ever miss out on an episode as well. And we need you to share this. We need you to share this everywhere, especially on your social media platforms. And if you are on social media, please tag us, especially on Instagram, at the Revive Podcast. We want to hear from you. We want to know what blessed you. We want to know what encouraged you. Help us spread the word. There are a few people that I want to thank for contributing to this project. I want to thank our executive producer, Noemi Chavez, who gave us the green light, who is going to be a recurring guest on this show. We will be talking to her about the important topics that shape the new post-pandemic church, and it's going to be wonderful conversations with her. I also want to thank our other executive producer, Abel Membreño, also known as The Creative Abe. Thank you so much for your creativity. I want to thank our audio producer, Ozzy Valdez, also known as Lizo. And speaking of audio, I want to give a shout out to Steve Velasquez that contributed the music to this show. I want to thank our lead pastors here at Revive and our staff here at Revive and our Revive creative team. Without this team, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. We are right now filming and recording this at Revive Studios located in Long Beach, California. If you want more information about our studio space and what we do here with our creative team, please DM us or come and send us an email on lifeatrevive.com/the Revive Podcast. We'd love to collaborate on any projects that you may have. Now remember, episode 2, it's on its way. Stay tuned.